All right, guys, so I'm down here at Southern Honda Powersports getting the rims put back together with the new tires. I'm putting the Michelin tires on there. They blessed me with some tires, and I appreciate that. Big shout out to my man Shane. And let me show y'all the trikes that they got. And I see my man Charlie Brown. We're gonna say what up to Charlie Brown over there real quick. He don't even know I'm here, but guess what? We gonna get him. Cause you know, when I see legends in the building, I gotta come and talk to the legends up in the building.
What are you doing back up in my part of the country?
Hey, you know I live up here. You know I live up here.
We just got through talking about you, man.
Come on, man.
Man, one of the guys that was talking, Kenny Dupree was here a few minutes ago. We was talking about what you've been doing for the nation and stuff, man.
Come on, baby.
And I just got to talking to Glenn down in and Tommy down in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They talking about planning to ride, come up and hang out with me Sunday.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
When my bike is done, I'm coming down here too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna set up something. We're gonna set up a meetup spot, guys. Listen to this. Let me turn where the light is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Yo, we're gonna set up a meetup spot out here to come down here, hang out with Charlie Brown. Probably get like a food truck or something, and come hang out. You know, on a Saturday or maybe a Friday afternoon, something like that. But Charlie, tell Gold Rush Nation just something. Tell them what up.
Hey, what's up, Gold Rush Nation? I am so glad to be in touch with you people out there. All you guys that got them beautiful gold wings and keep doing those little secret tricks to them, bring them by and let me check them out. I just want to be one up by knowing that you guys are out there progressing and showing this world what the Gold Rush Nation is all about. And with my little brother here, Sensei, pulling the trigger.
Come on.
Pow!
Come on. And we ain't talking about no little 9mm either. We talking about the big boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Here go Glenn now.
Yep. So it has a compartment.
That's where the gas, the lean is put in, and the belly goes up under the seat. This is your glove box area.
Wow.
Where you keep things that you need, keys, factory tube kit that came with it back in 1975. And to beat it all, this is where the air filter was, the change that everybody is notorious about talking about on the Gold. In 75, it was so simple and easy. Put it together and take it apart.
Wow. And then you talking about down here the injectors and everything, right?
Well, these are the carburetors, the 4 carburetors.
Yep.
They all came to a center mass that's up in the middle, which the air filter sits down on top of.
Oh, I see it right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see the air filter right there in the bottom.
It was kind of like an injector box, but it was carburation, and all the air came in centrally located right there and went to 4 individual carburetors, 2 on this side, 2 on the other side.
Wow. So how long did it take you to restore this bike?
Took me right at 12 months from start to finish. And it took me 10 years to find an original seat.
10 years to find a seat?
I found this seat. My nephew in California located it for me at a Gold Wing junkyard in Canada. And I wanted the period correct seat because period correct meant these letters are actually burnt in from the factory. And this is the buckle, the way it came on in 75, and this piece of chrome. So there were plenty of knockoffs out there, but a knockoff would not have this piece of chrome here, and it would not have the gold letters that are burnt into the fabric.
Wow.
They would be white, and that's the reason I didn't want a knockoff. I want the original seat.
The original seat.
Yeah, it took me 10 years to find a
That's a long
seat.
time. Now, would that be the hardest thing that you say that you had to issue it on this bike?
The hardest thing to find.
Dang.
And after 10 years, I was able to locate one in Canada. It's the original material. This seat is in perfect condition, not a tear anywhere. I had to take the buckles off and refurbish them I used triple aught steel wool to get them back to the original state. And I actually give $1,000 for this seat. It cost me $1,000. And originally back in 75, you could have got it from the Honda dealership for $185.
Yeah, but during that time, you know.
Yeah, because the bike's so new for, young man, I hope you have a good day.
Likewise.
So new for $2,800 back in '75.
Yeah.
It was bought on the 23rd day of December in 1975.
And back in '75, $2,800 was still a lot of money.
And the guy that bought it traded in a 750 Suzuki
Wow.
because he rode the Suzuki to the bike week in Florida and it broke down. So he took the Suzuki to this dealership and traded for a new Gold Wing.
Man, you got all the paperwork and everything.
Yeah, this is the original bill of sale to this bike.
Brother, you're not joking around.
That makes the bike worth plenty. And I got it insured through Haggerty Insurance, and it has an appraisal value that is dead on the market for what they bring going across Barry Jackson or Meekum. It's been appraised at what they're worth.
Wow, I like how you got the information, Howard
Yeah.
Ross.
That's the history of the bike up until the day I bought it.
Wow.
And I got that information from the son of the man that bought the bike new.
Wow. It's a beautiful bike. You get to appreciate the heritage behind it. And this right here, this is heavy duty right here.
Yeah, and check this out. This is the actual rack. That was the only accessory he had added to the bike when he bought it. It's here it is right here, luggage rack. $89, $3 tax, $93. This is the rack he had added to the bike.
This rack right now is like
Yeah.
$500.
Because originally from the factory, the Gold Wing came naked. It didn't have a fairing and it didn't have saddlebag. But these saddlebags and that fairing are period correct for 1975.
Wow.
In other words, they were the accessories that were offered for the '75 Gold Wing.
Wow, and this has a nice solid feel to it too.
Yeah. And they are roomy. I got stuff in here where I keep in it for when I take it to different antique shows and stuff.
Oh, that's how it comes up.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole thing comes off. Yeah, it got some room. I can fit my kids up in that. Yeah.
And I got this in the, I got it all original like that. So when I would go to a show and open it up for a bike show, they can check it and see how clean it is, how nice it is. They count all that when they judging the bikes.
So how many bike shows would you say you have done? I know you've done a lot, and I know you got some history, which we'll talk about on a bigger event. But
I say in the 57 years I've been showing bikes, I've done well over, say 200, maybe 250 shows, and I've done mostly of those shows are indoor shows. I wouldn't cater to the outdoor shows because the indoor shows criteria is a lot stricter.
okay.
And they actually have judges that build bikes for a living, judging the bikes that they be judging. So that's really not stick strictly with the indoor shows.
Okay.
You know, and it's a different cup of tea with the indoor shows, with the original bike.
Man.
And then when they do custom, their idea of custom is creative stuff, not what you buy off the wall and stick on something.
Right. It's how you can take something and
Yeah, make
add
it
on
work.
to it.
Yes,
That's
and
right.
make it work. Make it belong on a bike, and then you know it didn't come on that.
Right.
You know, and stuff like
Man,
that. So
well,
that's really nice.
you did a heck of a job on here.
And they actually judge the frame. If you notice, the frame on this is just as slick as the framework.
Oh,
just
trust
as slick
me.
as the paintwork.
Oh, trust me, I look at everything and I'm like, it's clean, man. You got this thing cleaned up well.
And this one this year at the World of Wheels here in Chattanooga was in the restored class. And it took best in restored class. It took first place. It beat out a 65 Harley Davidson Panhead that was immaculate. It was very immaculate, but points wise on the judges sheet, the Gold Wing 75 beat him out. And it beat out two other Harley Davidson that was in the restored class.
Wow.
And they take that restored class, they take it serious. They know their stuff. They know exactly, all the way down to even a brake spring, even the clamps that you can't hardly find.
Yeah, I've never seen a clamp like this. Let me get a close
that's
up of that.
the original clamps from 1975. The gas line is cloth with rubber inside. They check off for all that.
Yeah, so you can't just go to Ace Hardware store and just buy pieces.
And then come back and put it together.
Yeah.
No, you got, if you're doing the restore class, you have to have the authentic stuff.
Wow.
And if it's not authentic, it has to be the best reproduction stuff that you can find. Even leaving this plastic on here, they look at that. That's the way it came in 75.
Wow.
So when I restored the bike, I did not tear that off and shine those. I left it on both of them.
Wow, and I like that. And what's this, like a heavy duty plastic?
That is heavy duty plastic. That's your master cylinder for your front brake.
Right, so different, right, compared to the newer bikes?
Yeah.
Wow, this he just screwed this off.
Yeah, screw it off, pour it in. That's the real.
Man, Charles, you got this thing set up nice, brother. You got this set. I can't, we got the big interview coming up. We're gonna do a really big sit down so y'all can really get to know this man. We talk a lot on the phone, and it's always good to get a piece of history, because you know what? I say the legends that's alive right now, we gotta give them the flowers right now. Not when they're gone, we give the flowers right now. This man, look, I'm able to touch him right now. You see what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned. Check out Charlie Brown. This man is known as the Godfather for a reason, all right? Let's keep it going. Peace. Yeah, that's all good, man, but can this thing start? I mean, it's 1975. I don't think it's gonna start.